GMB Music News 24. The studio lights were glowing brighter than ever. The audience was buzzing with excitement, and the familiar sound of the machine dropping counters filled the air. Everyone expected another fun episode packed with suspense, laughter, and dramatic near misses, but nobody expected one contestant to walk away completely speechless after sharing a surprising moment with Ben Shephard. From the second the camera started rolling, there was already a different kind of energy in the room. Ben stepped onto the stage with his usual warm smile, joking with the audience before greeting the contestants one by one. His relaxed charm instantly calmed everyone down, but one contestant in particular looked completely overwhelmed. The contestant admitted almost immediately that standing across from Ben felt surreal. They laughed nervously while trying to explain how long they had watched the show from home, saying they never imagined they would one day be standing under those bright lights hearing Ben say their name. The audience loved the honesty. Ben, never missing an opportunity for a light-hearted moment, responded with one of his classic playful remarks, teasing that he hoped the contestant still felt that way after a few tricky questions. The crowd bursted at laughter, and even the contestant relaxed enough to joke back. What happened next quickly became one of the most talked-about moments among viewers. As the game continued, Ben kept checking in with the contestant whenever the nerves started showing. Instead of rushing through the questions, he slowed things down, made little jokes, and encouraged them after every successful answer. It created a surprisingly sweet atmosphere that viewers instantly connected with. At one point, after the contestant answered a difficult question correctly, Ben clapped loudly and celebrated as if he had won the prize himself. The contestant looked genuinely stunned by the support and admitted they were trying hard not to forget the next question because they were too busy enjoying the moment. That line immediately made the audience laugh. Ben grinned and jokingly told them not to let the compliments distract them from the machine because the counters were waiting. The playful chemistry between them quickly became impossible to ignore. Social media viewers later described the exchange as adorable, wholesome, and unexpectedly emotional for a game show episode. Some even joked that the contestant looked completely starstruck every time Ben walked over to the machine. And honestly, it was hard not to notice. Every time Ben leaned in to explain the game or celebrate a good answer, the contestant seemed caught between focusing on the competition and trying not to smile too much. The audience could feel it too, which only made the atmosphere even more entertaining. But what really made the episode stand out was Ben's natural ability to make people feel comfortable. Over the years, viewers have seen countless contestants walk onto that stage nervous and uncertain, yet somehow Ben always manages to transform tense moments into something warm and enjoyable. Instead of acting distant or overly serious, he speaks to contestants like old friends catching up after years apart. That quality has become one of the biggest reasons audiences continue tuning in. The contestant later explained during the episode that they expected Ben to be professional and polite, but they were shocked by how funny and down-to-earth he actually was off-camera during filming breaks. According to the contestant, Ben kept the entire studio laughing between rounds. Whether he was joking about the machine refusing to cooperate or teasing the contestants about dramatic answers, he made the environment feel far less intimidating. The contestant even admitted there were moments when they forgot they were filming a television show because the atmosphere felt so relaxed. That revelation sparked a huge reaction from viewers. Many people online commented that Ben's personality seemed completely genuine and not something created just for television. Fans praised him for treating contestants with kindness and patience instead of turning every moment into pure competition. One viewer wrote that Ben has a rare ability to make people feel important. Another commented that the contestant's reaction perfectly represented how most viewers would probably behave if they ever met him in person. Others simply focused on the hilarious expressions the contestant kept making throughout the game. Every time Ben delivered a joke or flashed a smile, the contestant looked moments away from completely losing concentration. Even Ben noticed it.
During one especially funny exchange, Ben jokingly asked whether the contestant wanted to win the jackpot or just spend the entire episode chatting with him. The audience erupted. The contestant covered their face laughing before admitting it was becoming difficult to focus on both. That single moment instantly became a favorite among fans. It perfectly captured the light-hearted charm that made the episode feel different from a typical game show. Instead of only focusing on tension and prizes, the episode became about personality, connection, and those unpredictable little moments that happen naturally when people genuinely enjoy being around each other. And that's something viewers rarely forget. As the rounds continued, the contestants started gaining confidence. Each correct answer brought louder applause, and Ben continued cheering them on with infectious enthusiasm. At one point, after a particularly dramatic counter drop, Ben jumped back in mock shock while the contestants celebrated wildly. The audience roared with laughter. Ben then joked that the contestants' reactions might be even more entertaining than the game itself. The chemistry between them became one of the biggest highlights of the episode. Viewers later shared clips online praising how natural and fun the interactions felt. Many pointed out that Ben never tries too hard to create viral moments. Instead, the best scenes happen because he reacts honestly in the moment. That authenticity is what keeps audiences connected. There's something refreshing about a television host who knows how to balance excitement with sincerity. Ben doesn't just read questions and announce scores.
He listens. He reacts. He notices when contestants are nervous. And perhaps most importantly, he understands that viewers enjoy seeing real emotions instead of scripted drama. The contestants' growing admiration during the episode became almost impossible not to smile at. At one point, after Ben complimented one of their answers, the contestant jokingly said they might frame the memory forever. Ben immediately laughed and replied that he hoped the prize money would also make the list. Again, the audience loved every second. The exchange felt playful without ever becoming awkward, which is part of what made it so entertaining. Even viewers who normally watch the show casually admitted the episode felt unusually memorable. Many said the contestant represented exactly how they would react under the pressure of being on television while standing next to a presenter they had watched for years. The combination of nerves, excitement, admiration, and humor created a genuinely engaging atmosphere. As the game edged closer toward the bigger prize rounds, the tension naturally increased. The contestants started focusing harder, determined not to let the emotional excitement distract them from the opportunity in front of them. Ben noticed the shift immediately. Instead of teasing constantly, he switched into encouragement mode, offering reassuring comments and reminding the contestant to trust their instincts. That supportive attitude didn't go unnoticed. Viewers online praised the way Ben seemed genuinely invested in helping contestants succeed, rather than simply presenting the show. One comment described him as the kind of host who makes people believe they can actually do well. Another said his energy turns stressful moments into enjoyable ones. And during this particular episode, that energy became contagious. Every correct answer sparked louder applause. Every counter drop felt more dramatic. Every interaction between Ben and the contestant made the audience smile a little more. At one point, the contestant paused before answering a difficult question and admitted they were trying to ignore Ben's smile because it was making them laugh. Ben instantly leaned away dramatically and covered his face while the audience burst into laughter again. The contestant finally answered correctly, and Ben celebrated by joking that he should clearly continue distracting contestants more often. Moments like that turned the episode into something viewers wanted to replay. There was a warmth to the atmosphere that felt impossible to fake. Instead of cold competition, the show felt like a room full of people genuinely enjoying themselves. And for longtime fans, it reminded them exactly why Ben remains such a popular television personality. He knows how to create comfort. He knows how to make ordinary people feel special. And he knows how to keep viewers entertained without forcing unnecessary drama.
As the contestant moved deeper into the game, the possibility of winning serious money became very real. The audience grew quieter during important moments. Ben's voice softened whenever the tension increased. The contestant looked both excited and overwhelmed. At one especially dramatic moment, a counter hovered dangerously close to the edge before finally dropping. The entire studio exploded with cheers. The contestant looked completely stunned. Ben rushed over, laughing and celebrating alongside them, creating one of the happiest moments of the episode. For a second, it felt less like a television show and more like a group of friends celebrating together. That emotional authenticity resonated strongly with viewers. People online later admitted the episode unexpectedly lifted their mood because the interactions felt so genuine. In a television world often filled with manufactured conflict and exaggerated reactions, audiences appreciated seeing kindness, humor, and natural chemistry instead. Some viewers even joked that Ben should receive extra points for making contestants smile so much. Others said the contestants' reactions perfectly captured how charming Ben can be during live interactions. The contestant eventually admitted near the end of the game that they were going to leave with an unforgettable story regardless of the final result. They explained that meeting Ben and experiencing the atmosphere of the show had already exceeded expectations. Ben responded with sincere gratitude, thanking the contestant for bringing such positive energy to the studio. The audience applauded warmly. It became one of the most heartfelt moments of the episode. There was no dramatic argument, no shocking controversy, no over-the-top confrontation, just genuine laughter, excitement, and two people clearly enjoying the experience. And strangely enough, that simplicity made the episode stand out even more. Viewers are used to television trying too hard to create sensational moments, but sometimes the moments people remember most are the ones that feel real. A nervous contestant laughing uncontrollably, a host going out of his way to make someone comfortable, an audience reacting naturally to funny exchanges. Those little moments create lasting memories. As clips from the episode continued spreading online, more viewers started discussing Ben's personality. Many longtime fans claimed the episode confirmed what they had always suspected, that Ben's warm television presence reflects who he truly is behind the scenes. Several people who had attended recordings in the past shared similar stories, describing him as friendly, approachable, and consistently supportive toward contestants and crew members alike. That growing conversation only increased interest in the episode. Fans revisited scenes, replayed funny exchanges, and shared their favorite reactions online. Some people focused on the contestants' hilarious expressions whenever Ben complimented them. Others highlighted Ben's quick sense of humor and ability to improvise naturally. But nearly everyone agreed on one thing: the episode was fun. Not because of outrageous drama, not because of controversy, but because it reminded viewers how enjoyable genuine television moments can still be. The contestants' star-struck reactions became one of the biggest talking points. At one stage, after Ben offered another encouraging comment, the contestant jokingly admitted they might forget the rules completely if he kept being so nice. Ben laughed and replied that he would take full responsibility if that happened. The audience couldn't stop laughing. Even the production crew could reportedly be heard reacting off-camera during certain moments. That level of natural chemistry is difficult to manufacture, and viewers instantly recognize when something feels authentic. Throughout the episode, Ben maintained the perfect balance between playful humor and genuine support. He never made the contestant feel embarrassed for being nervous or excited. Instead, he embraced the energy and turned it into part of the entertainment. That approach helped create an atmosphere where everyone, from the audience to viewers at home, felt included in the fun. By the final moments of the game, the contestant looked emotional. Whether from the excitement, the pressure, or simply the unforgettable experience, it was clear the day meant a lot. Ben thanked them once again for bringing such enthusiasm to the show.
The contestant responded by saying the experience had been even better than expected. The audience applauded loudly. And just like that, the episode came to an end. But the reaction online was only beginning. Viewers flooded social media with comments praising the atmosphere of the episode. Some called it one of the most wholesome moments the show had seen in a long time. Others said it reminded them why they continue watching after all these years. A few even joked that the contestant spoke for an entire generation of fans who would probably react the exact same way around Ben. The clips continued circulating, the comments kept growing, and once again, Ben Shephard proved why audiences connect with him so strongly. Not because he tries to dominate the spotlight, but because he knows how to share it. He gives contestants space to shine. He treats people with warmth. He turns nervous moments into joyful memories. And in an entertainment world where viewers constantly search for authenticity, that kind of energy stands out. The contestant may have arrived hoping to win big, but by the end of the episode, it felt like everyone watching had gained something more valuable. A reminder that sometimes the best television moments happen when people simply enjoy being themselves. No script could fully recreate the laughter that filled the studio. No dramatic headline could perfectly capture the charm of those interactions. It was spontaneous, natural, funny, and surprisingly heartwarming. That's why viewers reacted so quickly. Because for one unforgettable episode, the game became secondary to the personalities on stage. And when the credits rolled, fans were still smiling. If moments like this continue happening on television, audiences will always keep coming back for more. Because at the end of the day, people remember how a show makes them feel. And this episode left viewers entertained, emotional, and genuinely happy. So while the counters dropped, the questions rolled on, and the tension built with every round, the real highlight turned out to be something nobody expected. A contestant completely caught off guard by Ben Shephard's warmth, humor, and charm. And judging by the reaction online, viewers at home felt exactly the same way.